All right. Good morning. Good morning. Israel's Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Danny Danon, to make a brief statement and take a few questions. Thank you.
Good morning. I want to begin by addressing the events in Syria over the weekend. On Sunday, a missile was fired from a military site near the Damascus airport and into the Golan Heights. As we have done for years, Israel responded against those responsible for this act of aggression and violation of our sovereignty. We have a standing policy to strike at whoever tries to hurt us, which includes the Iranians in Syria. This missile was not launched by Iran's proxies, its Shiite militias, or Syrian forces. Instead, Iran's Quds Force, an elite unit in its Revolutionary Guard Corps, is responsible for this attack. The IRGC in Syria, as part of a broader campaign Iran has conducted in recent years across the Middle East. In this map, you can see the numbers. $7 billion. That's the number Iran spends over a year on terrorist operations and financing throughout the region. You can see the distance between Iran and Israel. We have no border with Iran, but still you can follow the money. In Syria alone, it invests $4 billion every year to help the Assad regime and establish a base of operations for which to strike at Israel and to provide support to Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran gives $1 billion annually in aid to its Shiite proxy. With this money, Hezbollah builds terror tunnels into Israel. We just recently uncovered a sixth tunnel beneath our northern border. Iran also gives hundreds of millions of dollars to its proxies in Iraq and tens of millions of dollars to rebels in Yemen. On our border, Iran supports Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Gaza with well over $100 million every year. With this money, Hamas digs attack tunnels into Israel, manufactures rockets, opens terror summer camps, and instigates violent riots along our border. This network extends far beyond the Middle East. Over the past few years alone, Iran has financed or attempted terror attacks in the heart of Europe. Yes, not the Middle East, Europe. We are pleased that the EU announced sanctions against Iran's intelligence agency and the individuals involved in these assassination attempts. In a few minutes, I will reveal in the Security Council new information about Iran's coalition of terrorists and how it advances the regime's expansionist ambitions. I will now take a few questions. Thank you.
Pastor Danon, can I just shift focus for a moment to the Palestinians? They've said that they're beginning consultations with the Security Council about full UN membership. In your discussions with Security Council members, I mean, we know the U.S. position. Do you, what have they been telling you about this step?
Well, it is unfortunate that the Palestinians are avoiding any dialogue with Israel. They don't want to negotiate with Israel. They don't want to see the U.S. involved in the peace process. We know it will be an empty attempt. It will not lead to any resolution in the Security Council. Maybe it will create a few headlines in Ramallah, but it's not going anywhere. I think most of the members of the Security Council are aware of that. And if someone wants to actually change the reality on the ground, and we will hear from Mr. Mladenov in a few minutes about what's happening in Gaza, it is unfortunate the situation there. They should push the Palestinians to direct negotiations with Israel.
I
would like to know, what do you expect from next month Warsaw gathering about like a solution for Middle East stability, especially when it comes to Iran? And I would like to know, do you think any military action against Iran would be on the table?
We welcome the initiative of the U.S. We think it is important to discuss those issues, and we care about our borders. When we look at the border with Israel, we care about the presence of the Iranians on the Golan Heights, in the border with Lebanon, and we are determined to block them. Prime Minister Netanyahu said very directly, we will not sit idly by and allow the Iranians to build their bases and hubs in Syria. Thank you very much.